they started off at Akana with like-minded people, positive, and here we're going to talk this morning, get advised by our own VP of Communication, DJ Ross. But before we get to do that, I would like to say that we are having an event here in Chicago on Saturday morning. Guys, before the pandemic, before COVID, we used to meet at least 3 times a week where we filled out the place, presenting our opportunity and our business to our friends, our family, prospects that we want to know about our business, want to sample our products. And so we're going to start off Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. We will be scanning for that first hour, and we'll be kicking off a presentation at 11 o'clock. We will be out of there by no later than 12:30, so your friends, family can enjoy the rest of their Saturday. But just by being able to get involved to see what's going on, because there is such a need for what we have. So make sure you will be at the dispensary, 411 East 35th Street at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. We will start out doing the bioscan for the first hour. After that, you'll hear from the dynamic duo, Minister Mooney and Jesus Soriano, aka Moshi Mushi. And guess what, guys? They've been shutting it down. So you want to put your prospects in front of them, and we'll be there on Saturday morning. And so with that being said, I'm going to get out of the way so Dr. Ross can come up and give us some nuggets this morning, because I know she has them. Take it away, Dr. Ross.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me okay? All right, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Phyllis, phenomenal Phyllis, our Chief Sales Officer. Thank you always for being our midwife. Thank you for continually pushing us to the next level. And thank you, as I always say, for saying yes to that job, to that calling. And that's exactly what it is a calling. Listen, guys, it is wonderful to be here. I mean, just absolutely wonderful to be here, because this is another day we can get it done. This is another day, another opportunity that we have to make something very special happen in your life, in the lives of all of us. And what I understand about success is that oftentimes when we have goals, and we heard Coach Dan reminding us that this is the month of June, this is the last month that we can qualify to go on a cruise paid for. Now, you can go on the cruise no matter what, but to get on a cruise that's paid for by the company, this is the last month to be able to do that. And I know that sometimes when we look at goals, we see them as being huge goals. We see them as being so big that sometimes we don't even try. And sometimes, even if we start trying, we don't continue to try. See, really, it's not the start of a thing. You got to get started for sure, because if you don't ever get started, you never can accomplish what you set out to accomplish. But it's the continuing. And we lose, oftentimes, many of us, and everybody's included in this at some point in your life, we lose that motivation. And so it's important that we understand first, what is it that motivates you? Because everybody's different. What motivates one person does not motivate another person. And we as a company are always trying to come up with things and come up with ideas and come up with being very creative. Like you hear the different meetings that are going on, and we listen on Tuesday through Friday to our CSO giving us the instructions and giving us the call to action, that we would be motivated to work our business, motivated to succeed. You didn't come here not to succeed. I'm just saying, you came here to win. And we learned that all we do is win. So we've got to first understand, what is it? What is it that motivates you? Because as I said, everybody is different. Some people have the same motivation. Some people have very different motivations. You may not be that person who is not motivated by money. But if you're that person that's motivated by money, guess what? That pushes you. And it's okay. That pushes you. Or you might be that person that is motivated because you just love to help folk. You love to help people, and that's what gets you going. That's what gets your engine running. You may be that person that is motivated. You like to hear your name called. Yeah. And see, listen, and none of these is a negative or a positive. It's just you got to find out what gets you going, what keeps you motivated. Because the way that we win here at Akana is to be consistent, is to be continual, not to start and stop, but find that thing that makes you continue to push, as our CSO tells us. Maybe you're that person that you like to get awards. You want to see your name across the sky. You want to cross the stage. You want to hear that thing. You want to hear Melissa say that you have achieved 500, 1,000, 2,500, or 5,000 in CV. You want to hear the fact that you have been called a diamond, a sapphire, a ruby, an emerald. You want to hear that you finally reached pearl. You reached jade. That might be the motivation. Or maybe your motivation might be power. Now, people that are power motivated don't usually, are not easily the best people to get along with. But it might be power. That might be your motivation. Or your motivation might be fear. See, the fear of losing can motivate people. The fear of not being a part of what everybody else is a part of. Sometimes we go to work because of the fear of losing a job. The fear of being fired will motivate people to get up every single day. That's the fear of negative consequences. Or you may be that person that you just love the social environment. That's what motivates you, the camaraderie. We have such a wonderful family here at Akana. I love it, love it, love it. Love when we get together. Sometimes some of the ladies and I on our rebounder, we sit there and talk a few more minutes after we finish rebounding. And that's the social environment. And many people are motivated just by that. Or maybe you're motivated because of just liking to make people feel better, the attitude, changing somebody's attitude. Well, see, staying motivated when your goal seems far away. I don't know how far it seems for you to be on that cruise ship, but I'm telling you right now, stay motivated. Because every step you take is getting you a step closer. And so unfortunately, too often we give up way before we get there. We give up just because it looks like we're not going to make it. And you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen next week. You don't know who you're about to run into. You don't know the bite of elephant that you're about to take that's going to take you across the finish line. We're already creating these ideas in our head. And so therefore we lose our motivation because we're basing our motivation on what we can see. Haven't I told you this is a faith walk? How many times do I have to say we walk by faith and not by sight? So you got to break this thing down. I'm going to give you 7 steps real quick to be in a position where you can stay motivated. Number 1, break it down. Break it down. You've heard it. Eat the elephant one bite at a time. And stop thinking about the end of June. Think about today. What are you going to do today? Take that long-term goal and put it in bite size. Number 2, put together some realistic expectations. If you're an individual that's working on a job, if you're an individual that's taking care of some business, or maybe you're a caretaker, or maybe you've got all kind of stuff going on in your household, in your family, then put some realistic expectations, because when you don't meet expectations, that's the thing that discourages us. Man, it makes your balloon cipher out. You just put a punch in your balloon because you made your expectations so high. You know what you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. So give yourself some realistic expectations so you can recognize when you're progressing. Some of you don't recognize, you don't even pat yourself on the back when you accomplish something. Many of you right here on this call, you have already taken the Akana certification. You've passed the test and you haven't even posted it. You haven't even told anybody that you passed that test and you are an Akanapreneur. You have passed, we've only had 2 certifications and you haven't even rewarded yourself. You haven't let the world know. It's exciting. Number 3, we talked about visualization. Visualize your success. Come on, you got to see yourself. I see it. I see every last person on this call being a diamond, but do you see it? Because you see, oh, that's that. I don't know about that. I don't know if I can reach that. Somebody else can. No, you can. But you start with seeing yourself as pearl, as jade, as sapphire, as ruby, as emerald. And here's the thing. Let me add this for free. You can't see yourself if you don't even know what they are. You can't see yourself if you have not learned what those roles are, what those levels are, or what does it take to get there? How many points do I need to become a pearl? If you don't know that, it's a hard time. It's a hard way to see yourself there. Number 4, what is your why? You got to find your why. Coach Dan told us many times before, if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not big enough. You got to wake up with your why. What's getting you? Find your why. Remind yourself why your goal is important to you. Why do you want to be on a cruise ship? I want to be on a cruise ship because I love to cruise. And like our Phyllis Nash says, I'm going to love it even more if I don't have to pay for it. Remind yourself why your goal is important. Remind yourself of your why you're here at Akana. What is this going to do for your life? What is this going to do for your family? What is this going to do for your relationships? What is this going to do for the people that you're going to touch, the people that you're going to cause their lives to turn around? Find your why. Number 5, stay positive. Lord have mercy. Hey, the reason we jump on here every morning, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and for those of you on the Pacific Coast, you really 6 a.m. Pacific Time. You know why you do it? Because you want to be around positive influence. You are the 5 people you spend the most time with. The 5 people. If you're around 5 negative folk, you number 6 negative person. If you're around 5 broke folk, you number 6 broke. Stay positive. Surround yourself. And you stay positive by having positive affirmations, by having that devotion time. You got to have that time even away from here. Who did you listen to? Put on a YouTube video. Listen, there is absolutely no reason to not stay positive and to not continue to personally develop yourself. But if you don't take time to listen to anybody else who is a motivational, inspirational, empowerment speaker, that is what we do, then you won't be positive. Because negative blank is always happening. Did y'all hear what I just said? Yeah, negative. You know what goes in that blank. Negative stuff is always happening. So stay positive. Number six, seek support. Don't. I know they're so busy. I don't want to call them. Listen, we're together in this thing. The one thing that I love about Akana, probably more than anything else, is the support. And if one won't support you, somebody else will. Keep going up your line till you find somebody that's going to give you the support that you need, and connect with those persons. Even if it's watching the video. When I first came to Wakanda, I watched videos over and over again so that I could learn. So I didn't have to ask a whole lot of questions because I was listening. I would start, stop till I got it. Whatever your learning skill is, don't worry about it. You can learn this thing. So seek support. Connect with others who share your same goals and they've already achieved what you aspire to do. Number seven, my last one, stay committed. Stay committed. Stay committed. Remember that motivation, it fluctuates sometimes. Yes, it does. You have good days, you have bad days. We all do. Did you hear what I said? I said all of us do. From the top to the bottom, we all have bad days, but we don't keep those bad days. We stay committed to our goal, to being, that's the essential thing. And even when your motivation kind of fluctuates, just rely then on your discipline and your consistency. And I know that's a whole nother message. Maybe we'll talk about that next Thursday. Being disciplined and being consistent. But listen, it's hard to stay motivated when you're in your own head. Get out of your head. Get out of your own head. What's your head? Your head is when you're looking at your circumstances. Get out of your head and take some time for your own personal, your prayer time, and even this call. Well, that's it for me today. Phyllis, I'm going to give it back to you. There is an app call. Phyllis, there's an app call tonight where there's a training tonight. You got an email about a training tonight about our new app.
Yes, 7:00. That's exciting, guys. And I know you're going to be on that call. And I want to just piggyback off of one thing Dr. Ross said. Dr. Ross said, if your motivation is money, then go out there and get it. If your motivation is helping people, I'd like you to know that one of our slides on our presentation says that by the year 2030, the leading cause of death will be colon cancer amongst people 20 to 49 years of age. That's one of our slides. Yesterday, Sylvia called me and she said they just announced that same thing on TV. And they said it was due to red meat and sugar products, and something that's in them is changing the DNA. So my call to action for you, for all those people that absolutely love people, want to help people, want to do something for others, then you are charged with taking the message out to them about what Akana offers and how they can educate people about what's best to do for their bodies. You've seen testimony after testimony after testimony of people rebuilding their health just by doing the 21-day cleanse. So if you make some money along the way while you're doing it, that's good. But you will surely feel awesome and be fulfilled, because if your goal is to help people, then you got something to help people. So thank you, Dr. Ross. Be on the call tonight, guys, because that app is going to take your business to levels you never, ever even thought about. And with that being said, go out there and push. See you back here tomorrow. Bye now.